All right, hello everybody, and welcome to this live trading session. My name is Pedro Mejias, and as you know, I trade the order flow in Nailing FX. This presentation is brought to you by Tradewithufos and Skydex.com, a forex dedicated BPS for all of the algorithm traders out there. I'm Tradewithufos with the Trade with UFO application that you can get just jump on my link you can see on the screen, tradewithufo.com/Pedro. And before we begin, you should read the disclaimer and go as follow. The following video clips demonstration are for educational and instructional purpose only. Tradewithufos provides these videos purely for the purpose of demonstrating a method of using the products. You should understand that all the content used in this video is purely for demonstration purposes only and is not a guide and does not provide any indication or prediction on actual results. As a user, you understand and agree that hypothetical results obtained to the demonstration do not indicate in any way the result you may receive on using our products. Alright. There's the chat, you are live here, and there's the email, pedro@tradewithufos.com. If you want to contact me, you're watching the recording. And if you are here live with me today, you can use the chat. Hello, Jaime. Welcome. Nice to see you again here. All right. Well, today let's, as always, take a look at my favorite FX, which is the euro. So let's bring the chart. All right. Here we have the euro. And remember, I used the order flow software to see the liquidity or the volume, most information as I can get from the market in order to have an edge when trading. Okay. And well, let's begin. Let's take a quick look and analyze a little bit the euro was what happened on the last session. You can see here. And what I like to do, as always, is try to spot where the volume is, where was the traders' most interest, which price they traded the most. So I do that by just looking at the rotation on the chart. Can give me visual information very easily, and I'm just gonna highlight that area with my drawing tool here. Okay, so I see this area here have a lot of rotation. The price was bouncing up and down in this area, so that indicates accumulation area here. Very interesting. We can use in our today's sessions. I actually I think I traded this zone early this morning. It was a pretty good trade. I'm going to show you a little bit later where I took my trade so you can see it. All right. Let's see what else we have here from yesterday's session. Not much. Very everything was pretty on the lower side here, but here's another area that we can highlight. You can see here how the price rotates and then break outside this rotation area. As you can see here, when the price break down on the upper area, how the price was held almost outside of this rotation area here. That's okay. So we just selected this area because it was big trade here in this top movement. And we can see how price rotate again. Let's just mark where the big trade happened here. All right. And now today's session, we can also try to locate those rotation areas or accumulation. One thing we can look here is the positive delta, meaning that most of the trades were made on the buying side, which is the reason why today the trading session was on the upside on the euro, has been going up during the session. Okay, I want to show you the my other chart here, where you can see where I made my trades today. Are in these pink lines is where the I selected that because there were high deltas in this area, meaning that a lot of money entered the market in one direction in this price range. So I took the trade around here, here, this area on the upside, okay? And my exit was around here on the nearby the VWAP deviation. And then again, you can see how it was working again on the same area up to the almost the same high again. And then again, you can see how the prices reached that area once again, and it was rejected on the upside as well. So it has worked 3 times today, the same area here. So let me show you how I define those areas. Here's the order price, and what this indicates me is the a resume of what's been going on during the day. What's the most traded price, the highest negative delta, the highest positive delta, something like stuff I can see, the highest bid, the high ask. All right, everything I can see here, tick by tick. So I can see even previous sessions. I want to check that out. Okay, so the most volume traded area was, of course, the point of control here. You can see is in the chart anyway. We don't need to look at that in here, but we can see what was the direction on that area. What was the delta? In this case, was a negative delta, and that shows us the intention when the point of control was created. What were the participating doing? They were selling, they were buying. In this case, they were selling, and you can see how every time in this area, which is the when it was created, how the price went down all the time it reached nearby here. Let me just put a horizontal line so you can see it. See, every time it reached here, price went down, until it was break on the upside. Okay, but the most traded direction was selling. It doesn't mean that the market trap was the intention was to bring the price down. Actually, I think the intention was to move the price higher. They were accumulating here in this area to drive the price to a higher position. How high? I think that's when probably they didn't have the reaction they wanted. You can see here how it went higher in this this section of the chart, but didn't have too much too many ticks on the upside. Okay, but we can see that by looking at the delta on the point of control at first, and we can also say that this area here, where we can see this negative delta, and the price is moving above that area, we can call that those traders that enter at that price are trapped or are in negative at the moment. Okay, at that moment. So let's see where it was the highest negative delta. 184,460. 60 will be here. Let me just put a horizontal line here. Okay, so we can see, let me move this away a little bit. Just trim this up so you can have an idea. In this area, this price area, is where the most selling happened. Okay, and you can see how the price actually is moving higher right now. Okay, it's breaking on the high because these sellers probably are hitting stop losses right now. Okay, and that drive the price faster on the upside. And you can see the next price on the negative delta, 185.45. 545 will be here, okay, which is where right now is the movement has initiated on the upside. Okay, this is very key areas we can see to determine where we're going to enter. And one thing we have to take a look at also is the speed of the tape of the depth of the market. We can see actually who is being more aggressive, and right now we can see 522 negative, 580. So the sellers are being more aggressive right now here in this area, but there's not a big difference. Okay, so we have to be careful if you're planning to enter on a sell here. I prefer to enter on long once the price reaches one of these negative delta areas, because I know there are sellers there that probably wants to get out of the market and buy out their position. So that's what I'll be looking for. I will be looking for these high deltas in nearby prices as well. So let's see another one, 84.10. Since this one is lower, so it's not even on the screen. That's 86.50. 650. This just happened here. This just happened on this area here. You can see how the price is pushing up again because we have sellers trapping here. Okay, that's very interesting, and I think most of the traders that entered in these two areas here, they probably got their stop loss hit in this higher movement now. So that's very interesting way to find opportunities in the market. All you have to do is try to spot where the losers are and use that as an advantage, because you know they are losing money there and they're probably waiting to get out of the market, either on the when the price get nearby their entry, or when you see a lot of trades taking place. Okay, so I don't know if you have any question, you can put it on the chat. All right, so move this away. We have some prices mark up here, and what I'm gonna do now is just trying to find like a sweet spot here for an entry. Let's see these areas. Well, we know this one have the point of control, and let's see at the nearest one will be this one, this breakout here. Let's see if we can highlight the volume area here. It's a little bit hard to find, but it will be something like this. Okay, you can see here, for example, how price was inside this area here, and we can see the negative delta right here. And that is an indication that these traders were trading on the betting that the price was moving lower, but they failed because the price is moving higher right now. And we can expect when prices reach back here, so they can take a second chance and get out the market. But you can also move even lower to this second session here, okay? Because there are a lot of sellers here as well. And it's interesting also to spot as the other side, the buyers. Where were the buyers today? So we find here on 1.185, which is 85. It's right here, right at the bottom here of this area. We just remove just a little bit this. Okay, and let's delete this one. Okay, here let me put this on green so we can have different. Okay, so here the most where the buyers entered. Remember, these sellers entered here, and with the price, every time the price move a little bit higher or tend to go a little bit lower from here from the top, a lot of buyers enter at this price. You can see here, for example, this it's very clear. Okay, this is a big trade that entered on the buy side. Okay, here's another one. But we know that at this price range there were a lot of buyers. So what are we expecting to happen is that the price, when it reaches back in this area, right, we might find an opportunity to go long. All right. The second price we can see here on the delta is 85.60. So it's just nearby this one. So it's this push here. You can see this. You can see it here. I don't need to put any horizontal line. You can see here. This was the big trade that pushes the price up. Probably stop losses or something from the other side. Okay. So what we're gonna do with this information? Well, we know that a lot of sellers enter here. Buyers were here, and here. But we're trying to find the losers. So where are the losers? On the selling side in this case, because we can see that the delta during the day has been positive. And we can also see that the liquidity is bigger on the selling side, okay, on the top, which allows the price to move higher. Okay, we can see all the liquidity all the way up. Okay, and that only shows us that the intention of the market today is to move higher. Okay, but where are we going to find that the entry? We're going to be around this this volume area here. I will select probably this green candle, so we can see here. Let me put it on the horizontal line so we can see it better. Okay, so we can find it on the clusters. Okay, so is this candle. This is the one that I will be going to use as possible entry, and I will find where is the less volume traded on this range, this price range, and I think it's this one here, 4 by night or 4 by 7. We can see here as well. So we take 4 by 7, and if we take a look at the candles, you can see that the candles here, the horizontal line this yellow one that I just put, is where the less volume was traded inside this breakout candle. So that would be my entry point or nearby. Okay, when the price reach back here is where I'm going to enter on a long entry. You can see how liquidity is tends to be higher in this nearby this area. That's a confirmation that the price have interesting for the buyers in this case. Okay, so my entry will be just about you can see these 101 contracts will be just about that. All right, so I'm gonna put my order here, and that's where I will wait for the price to reach back in this area. And my stop loss will be always behind the volume area. Let me see what will be that. All right, our entry will be up here when the price reaches back to the sun, and I will be looking for protect the stop probably behind this this green line, which are the buyers, okay, where the buyers enter the most. And you can see here again another imbalance here. So my stop loss will be just below this green area here, below the lowest price, already here. Okay, but to set my exit strategy, I have to wait for the price to fill me in on my trade, and my exit will be just about the very or close to the day high. So it's gonna give me a nice movement if we can get fill and we can get a nice trade. Let me see, probably around here. Let me put the ruler so we can see how many ticks. It's 26 ticks of the movement, which is it's a nice trade if happens. Okay, if price reach this area, I will be entering here and looking for an exit around this area. Okay, not necessarily here. Maybe if I see more seller or buyers joining in and a stop loss being hit, I will remain in the trade. Probably my highest exit will be this liquidity here, 129, just below that. All right, 1 or 2 ticks below. Okay, just in case, just to make sure that I can get out without any problem. We can see now how the price is starting to move down. Let's see if we can get filled. And if we can get filled, we will be able to set the stop loss, which will gonna be I think below this area here, because we know how many buyers enter here. Probably they're gonna start defending this area or putting more money into the market, and that will make the price have a difficult time going lower from that price. All right, let's see if we are lucky enough to have an entry on this point. Okay, I don't know if you have any question. Please, you can use the chat. If you're watching the recording or you want to tell me anything later on, you can email me at any time at pedro@tradewithufos.com. You want to have access to the software, you can email me as well. If you have any questions regarding setup, settings, templates, I can also send it to you you send me an email. Okay. If you want to use the UFOs, trade with UFOs, you can use my link, which is tradewithufos.com/Pedro. And remember that you also have Skydesk is our sponsor here, which is a BPS for all the algorithm traders out there. Okay, it's a web-based BPS. You don't have to download anything. Everything is on the web. Pretty nice. All right. Well, let's see on the clusters so you can understand better what's going on right now. And we can see a lot of imbalance. You can see this big trade here. This was actually what pushed just the price higher where it is right now. When you see other clusters, seems to be a little bit different. Seems to be a little like closer to the entry points or the exit, because all you see is the data that is coming from the market. and we can see some big imbalances here on the buy side, big selling here. All right, that's participants of the market getting in. Some of them are getting out with big trades. That's what makes those imbalance. But we can spot them using the order flow. You can see the price is getting closer to what will be our entry. It's getting very, very close right now. Let's see what happened. And we need to, after we enter the trade, we need to set our protective stuff on our exit as well. But let's see if we are lucky enough to have that in the time we have left today. But anyway, let me tell you something regarding waiting for the trade and all that stuff. You have to have patience and don't force any trade, because forcing trades is what make people lose money unnecessarily. Sometimes you may do it right, sometimes not. I mean, don't push your luck. Just use your strategy and the information you're getting, but don't force anything. Okay, just wait for it, and it's the best way. Well, let's see. Let's go back to the candles so we can see here. Let's see if any movement on the tape. This is very important for me. The tape, the speed on how the sellers or the buyers are being aggressive. Sometimes can tell you that there is a change, all right, on the intentions. We can see here, for example, that the sellers are being very, very aggressive here in this area. The buyers were aggressive too, but not as much as the sellers. Okay, so this might be a warning telling us, hey, don't buy. Just wait for the for a confirmation on the buying side. And you can see right now here how the price just reaches here this imbalance, which we marked here, and got rejected. This could be another good entry point because we have this big buy here, but we also have this one here. Okay, so we have like and also this one. Okay, let me just right here. So we have a good indication of buyers coming into the market. But for example, this one had a hard time because it might be sellers getting out, taking profit, or buyers joining in thinking that the price was keep moving up. But you can see it's not that big. It's small, smaller than this one. But anyway, it's a big trade, and you can see the influence of this trade all the way. You can see. Let me just put to highlight this movement here, and you can see how the price actually was contained in this movement. And if we do the same with this one, you can see again how price didn't even break below this big trade. And this one, it's another one we have. It's the biggest one that we can use as well. Okay, it's below here. So our entry is based on the biggest trade we can find here. It doesn't mean that these two won't work. They actually did. You can see how this one actually was respected very well. Price just touched it here and went back all the way up, which is very interesting and very useful if you're trading on the long side here. And the best thing is when you find a big trade, it has to work, because if there's a lot of money here and the price actually move on the right direction, it means that there was the intention is to put money on the market to move the price high. But for example here, you can see how the big trade happens in the top, and then the price didn't move higher, they move lower. Okay, they move lower. This actually means that they were taking profit, okay, out of the market. They were not putting money in to profit. They were just taking money out of the market, or a big stop loss, okay? But nobody else joined the entry here, and the price just lies down, okay? Because one thing you should know is strategies, for example, technical analysis works only when somebody wants to make it work. Okay, so when some participant on the market actually wants for that particular technical analysis strategy or whatever, it's Fibonacci, support, resistance, you name it. If somebody on the market wanted to make it work, it will work. But if nobody's interested in that particular thing, it won't work. Okay, because that's what technical analysis is, just something technical there. But the difference between that and this is that we are using quantitative information, and we're looking at where the trades are, where the money is, and we might, have a better chance to try to, let's say, predict where the price or the asset is going to move. Okay. Remember, if you have any question, please use the chat, or you can email me. Let me show you my email again. It's pedro@predictive.com. If you are watching the recording and wants to ask me for anything. Okay. Well, we are looking at the euro. We were trying to get in the market in this price area, but the euro is not didn't move lower than here, than this big trade. It just bounced from this big trade, which was actually another valid entry that we might have spot here just by looking at the big trade. And of course, all the other information we just spot, like the deltas, the speed of the tape, the volume information, okay, everything combined is telling us where the direction of the market and the possible good entries that we might have, okay, using all the information. The chart is for euro, yes, it's the euro. And okay, well, we see another big trade here just right now. If we see the what actually happened, you can see a lot of volume here on the selling. And let's see what happens if they move the price down or lower. That's going to be interesting, because it might actually bring the price to our entry, or just push it higher. Okay, that's like what happened here, for example, in this big trade at the top. If the price didn't move higher, it would just get probably back here in this area and then slide down. Okay, but let's see what happened. It's still trading here at the top. You can check the speed of the tape: 127 for the sellers, 93, 83, 78 for the buyers. So the sellers are the ones who are trying to take control here on this this movement right now. Okay, and in that case, we need to be very careful with our entry, because things might just switch size. So we might still get in on that level because it's a good level, but we might be looking at early exit, okay, or more close stop loss, just in case. When this happens, you can see how now is actually moving lower. We have an imbalance here at the top. All right, let's see if price actually move lower, and we can enter our trade during the time we still have here. Remember, if you have any question, please use the chat. Okay, I'll be very happy to answer to you. If you want to look at any other asset or any other pair we can analyze as well, just name it on the chart. Okay, but my favorite one is the euro. That's one thing I recommend you to do is to, if you like one currency, stick with it. Learn everything from that currency. Get familiar with the the volumes, the movement they have during the day. Not even during the day, during the session you trade, during that particular time of the day that you're trading. I usually trade around 1 hour, or maybe 2 hours during the day. And all days, every day I trade at the same time. Okay, so I know what happens between that 2 hours I trade during that specific time of the day. So I'm very familiar with the currency at that moment. And if something wrong, something strange, something that caught my attention, I will be able to spot it easily if I am familiar with the movement at that particular period of time. Right? You just go and trade whole day. I mean, it's going to be very hard for you to actually recognize any difference in volume or movement. Okay, that's something I recommend you to get specialized in a particular currency or whatever you want to trade, but get specialized in it and try to trade every time at the same time. All right, and for an X amount of period, an hour or two during the day. Okay, not much than that, because you will get flooded with a lot of information, a lot of different price levels, different volume, different movements, and you might get confused. One thing might work at a given time, and that thing might not work later because the volumes are different. Okay, so it's better if you get familiar with it and repeat every day, the same times, the same asset, and you will see how you will improve your trades because you will get specialized. Okay, that's trading is very hard, it's very difficult. You are trading against professionals that have amazing tools. Okay, they have a lot of information that you don't have. They have probably algorithms and stuff that you don't even know they exist. So you need to be very, very focused on an asset and on a particular time of the day. Okay, so you can really see what's going on and be able to react to that. For example, when I'm trading, I don't even look at the candles. I only look at the clusters, just like this. And if I see this movement, for example, I see then some imbalance like this and some positive imbalance, but the price don't move up, I might trade just a quick trade here. I just hit the sell market and I just do a quick trade for a few ticks. Okay, I can do that because I know the market. I know I'm familiar with it, and I'm familiar with the reactions of the market at that particular time and that particular volume of trades. Okay, so that's something you only can do if you train yourself to spot specific things like that. Okay. Andrew, are you saying my NT4 chart only show euro US dollar high 1.862? Yeah, because this is the what we're looking is at the futures market as reference, right? It's a matter if you are trading forex. You can use the this market, because if where you have information, you have volume. On forex, you don't have volume, you don't have anything. You are practically going blind when you trade in forex. You want to trade forex, use the information from the futures market. Okay, because otherwise you will be blind, you will be just a victim for the other traders. Okay, you can just use this information. You can use the the same charts and time frames you want, but use this information. It's the same movement of the forex market. Okay, it's the same movement. The difference is the price. Okay, you will see a small difference on the prices, but the movement is the same on the FX spot and the futures. Okay, the same move, the same. You want to call it candlestick pattern is the same. Everything is the same. The difference is the price. But here we can actually see useful information if you want to trade on the forex spot market. Right, that's another advice to you guys out there trading forex. Okay, because if I show you this chart, if you're looking at your NT4 right now, just put it in 5-minute chart. Let me just wait for this to load. You will see it's the same move, the same pattern. You will see on your NT4. Okay, the same thing in the 5 minutes. I right now it's 5-minute chart, and you put 5 minutes on your Euro USD, and you will find the same movement that we have right now here on the screen. Okay, there's no different. So use this information, use this this market as reference for when to enter the spot market, and you will be ahead of many forex traders out there, because remember, you are against everybody else that is on the market. It's you against the war. So who are you going to be your victims? Your weaker than you, right? Because you won't be able to fight against the strongest guy. So just look for the weakest guy. Who are the weakest? The ones that use NT4 only, and they don't see market information. Okay, that's the weakest traders out there. So just try to spot them. You can spot as we just did here, where the buyers, where the sellers are. Okay, we can spot those movements, and we know that the market was going up because we see the delta, the difference between buyers and sellers being aggressive, and the speed of the tape as well. And we are able to spot them and able to we know where to enter, where to exit. Okay, very precise, because we have quantitative information. Okay, that nobody on the spot market have. Yeah, but you can use this. Just send me an email. Here, pedro@predictive.com, and I will give you the links so you can download the software. And all you need is a data feed, okay, to connect you with the market and see all the information. If you want to, it doesn't matter with the broker. If you want to, to have an edge, you need to get it, okay? And on an NT4, sorry, but all you get is what they give to you, okay? If you want to have an edge, you want to be ahead of the pack, you need to have information. So that's what this give us an edge, give us an opportunity to spot where everybody is and act accordingly in our favor. Okay. If you want to, to have more chances that what you actually may have only using an NT4 software. Okay. And if you want to, also you can use the the Trade with UFO software as well in TradingView. Let me just show you here so you can have an idea. It's pretty much, it looks a little bit like what we're doing here. Okay, spotting the volume where the liquidity is and everything. It's a little bit more complex, of course, but we can have that something similar to that by looking at the UFOs. Let me just show you here. I'm gonna go with the euro as well. Here's the euro. Okay, let me just show you the chart here. This is TradingView. Okay, I have the trade with UFOs indicator. Okay, and you can see here these red areas is where the indicator is telling me that there are selling areas on the top here and buying area here on the bottom. So if we compare this what we just did on the other chart, we can see, for example, this area. Remember that we are buying because that's what the analysis told us to do, right? We are going to buy because the intention of the majority of trades here were to go high. So the sellers were trapped. So we need to go with the winning side. And in this case, we can see how the UFO is telling us to buy around this area. And if we compare this to our chart on the price range, we can see 185.05. So it's below here, 185, just below our entry. Okay, the next one here, where we saw, oh, this is going to be the next one, is exactly here. Okay, so this area is showing us this price range that we mark as an interesting point for entering on a buy, just a little bit below our early entry. Okay, because we can put more volume here on this price range because we have a very strong indication that this might work. Okay, and the UFO is giving us pretty much the same signal. Okay, that's very, very interesting. It's a very good indicator if you want to get and using on TradingView. Pretty simple. All you have to do is go here on tradewithufo.com/Pedro, which is my user. You can then get that indicator for TradingView. Okay. Let me see the chat. Andrew said I only trade one time to 2 times a day with one lot only. Is this apply to my style of trading? Yeah, perfect. I mean, it can adapt to anything. I only trade, as I said before, just one. I only do one trade during the day. Sometimes I may do two trades, but not more than that, because I enter with let's say with a lot of volume and made a quick trade and just have the rest of the day free. Okay, that's what allows me to be here with you right now and not doing anything else during the day. Okay, just what I want, and that's what I do. I just trade for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours in the morning, and that's it. I wait for my entry. I don't force anything. As I said before, I don't force anything. Is nothing happened that day? All right, fine. I wait for the next day. Okay, don't force any trade. That's something you have to be able to master. Okay, don't force any trade. And if you lose, I mean, whatever the outcome is, you lose or win, just that's it. That's it for the day. Tomorrow is another day. Remember this: when you are start trading, you need to survive. Okay, so if you lose that trade, all right, just close the platform, do all the thing. Okay, just or maybe just review what happened, but don't trade again. But you were probably going to lose again. Okay, it's because you are not you wasn't able to actually predict what's going to happen. Okay, so just don't trade for the day. Just wait tomorrow and repeat. Okay, and once you get the confidence, you will see that it's better that way. Yeah, just don't force anything. Just wait for your entry. It doesn't happen. Doesn't matter. Just wait for the next day, and that's it. Okay, you lose. That's it. The same way as you win. All right, that's it for the day. And don't try to. Other thing that I want to say to you guys is don't try to look for the $1 million trade. I mean, if the market is telling me to exit here, okay, because there is 193 contracts here that might actually now it's 280 something, that might be hard for the price to go beyond that point. I won't actually put my exit there. I will put it below that point because I'm going to make sure that I'm going to get out of the market, okay, with a profit or not. Okay, but I want to put my exits just below what the market is telling me to get. Okay, just 1 or 2 ticks below. Where there is no obstacle for that price to move. I want to be there because I make sure I get out. It doesn't matter if it's small profit. Profit is good, no matter if small or big. It's better to lose. Okay, and if you lose, just try to lose the less possible. Always between your money management. I mean, you have to be prepared and be ready when you enter the market that probably you want to lose whatever you set your stop loss. Okay, you need to put that in your mind, and that's just an advice I want to give you guys. And while you have any questions, we're about to end the session. Sorry we didn't reach the price, but it will be there, and maybe we can see it how it trades later. You put in the futures market this price, you will be able to see what happened. And I want to invite you to next Thursday. I'm gonna be on YouTube on the Trade with UFO channel. Okay, if you want to join me for another live session, maybe we are lucky enough to get some trades. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't get live trades because the price doesn't reach our area, but that's all good. And well, thank you guys for being here. And remember my email, pedro@tradedictive.com. You have any question, you will want to send me anything, just drop me a line there, and I will be happy to answer you guys. Okay. And thank you, really, thank you for joining, and see you next week on YouTube. And then you can check on FX Street the calendar under my name where I'm going to be again on FX Street. It's going to be the Thursdays. Okay, always on Thursday. All right, guys. So see you next time. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you all. Goodbye.